over to slow to look down 50 miles, and with your naked eye you can see the crop circles in Kansas, in Missouri, and you can see humanity below. You can see humanity below you, and you can see it glide by as we go screaming through the sky, at 5 miles a second, and just take in. You get a perspective that you're away from the Earth. And then same view, you can see the moon rising over the horizon, and you get this idea that I'm not on the Earth, and I'm not at the moon, but I'm just kind of in the cosmos. And then that perspective really challenges you, because now you're looking down at everything that you've ever known, all of humanity right there, and you have this deep appreciation for how big the universe really is. And for me, it's just made me cherish and appreciate how delicate and how precious the little island we live on really is. I think I can change that up, but basically there's handrails everywhere, and I can just hook my foot underneath there. And it's one of the unique. You talked about challenges for the body being up here. This is one of those unique adaptations. The calluses on my feet have basically have gone away because I don't walk on the bottoms of my feet. But now I have calluses across the top of my foot around my big toe, because I'm constantly hanging on things with my big toe to hold me in place. One of those strange things that you don't really think about on the ground, and then you get up here and it's like, wow, the body is this amazing, constantly evolving thing, and space changes everything. Absolutely. We've had several experiments up here. So some of the experiments we're doing here are technology demonstrations to prove out a concept that we hope to apply as we go back to the moon and as part of the Artemis program. And so things like tools and simple things that might be easy to print on demand when you need them, so that you don't have to launch every conceivable object with you when you're going on that long trip to the moon, or that extremely long trip to Mars. You can just take some stock with you, some feedstock, and then just throw that in the printer and then print out what you need. So we've done those things, and we continue to experiment with those. One of the more interesting ideas behind 3D printing that we just wrapped up an experiment session with was 3D printing organs. And so we had cardiac muscle and veins, and there was a ink printer that we loaded in the inks, if you will, into the printer, and watched it try to print out samples of tissue. You really are, when you get in your spacesuit, you're putting on your own spacecraft. And so as you embark out through the hatchway, the first thing you see is the Earth 250 miles below, and different than the perspective you get inside the space station, the helmet really provides almost this 180 panoramic view that's unobstructed, and you very quickly forget that there's anything between you and the vacuum of space. Really, the only noise you hear is the quiet hum of the ventilation system blowing fresh air behind your head to support. That's your life support system, and then you find yourself going to working with the team on the ground and being focused on the task. But there are these special moments. I can remember one from my last EVA where I was out on the very front of the space station, and I was getting ready to pack up a bag and come back inside, and I looked up, and there was just the Earth, the curve of the Earth, and terrain coming underneath me, and I could feel the speed of the station. We're going 17,000 miles per hour through space, and it could feel the speed of that as I'm riding on the front, just looking out over everything in front of us. And it's just the emotions that just wash over you are just hard to describe. Amazing. Well, thank you again. What you do and what you're able to do through storytelling to inspire the next generation is so critical to the success of our programs in the future. My generation, I am not going to be the person that steps foot on Mars, but the children that are watching your movies, those young adults that are watching your movies are the ones that are going to be inspired to achieve great things. And it's the power of those dreams that you inspire that is going to propel us successfully into the future. So thank you very much.